Hey guys, so we're back again for another stocks by request, and we're gonna talk about, you know it, you guessed it, the top most requested stocks still. Every time I come up with that poll of which stock is one of the most requested in social media. Anyways, if you're new to this channel, my name is Marvin Germo, and stocks by request basically is a a video where I would analyze the stocks that you guys requested. And all of this basically is from the preface of technical analysis. Again, this is not a stock pick. This is me analyzing the stock for you with the end goal of you validating buy and sell signals on top of this, because I really believe that it's much better to teach people how to analyze the trades on their own than teaching them what stocks to buy. And that's why we're doing a lot of videos like this over and over again, so that you get guided and you get to have the confidence. What makes trading so interesting is that when you analyze something, then you put money into it, then it goes, it's a really good trade for you. It adds to your confidence, and it will position you to trade more and look forward to the next trade. I'm saying that because that's how it happened to me. The reason why I get to share stuff like this over and over is because I've been doing it for years, and I've seen it that it just gets better over time. So if you're a person right now and you are checking your portfolio, checking your stocks, and it's not really well, it's red, you need to cut, you need to sell at a loss, it's okay. You don't have to be you don't have to rush things, because being good at something also takes time. Being profitable at something also would take time. If the owners of Amazon, owners of Tesla started to quit when they were not earning, then you would not see Amazon to where it is today. You would not see Tesla to where it is today as well. Now, similar to the previous videos, I'm going to talk a bit how what's happening to the economy is affecting Jollibee. And then on the latter part of this video, we're going to talk about the technicals based on how it has moved since the last time I made the video to where it is today. Now, there was an announcement by the government saying that the lockdown essentially will be extended until May 15. But here's something interesting that people need to note. The lockdown, the same lockdown that happened in Luzon, is not the same anymore. Why? Because the very strict portions of the lockdown will only be for a few areas, will only be for a few provinces, and particularly for NCR. But that being said, also, there will be some provinces already where they would be at less they would be less strict. They would ease up on all of the restrictions. That being said, also, it gives an opportunity for a lot of the Jollibee stores, from Jollibee Chowking, Mang Inasal, Greenwich, etc., to start to open up again. They even said that in some areas there would be malls that would start to open up, and that's a good signal also, especially for people in the retail industry as well. So the reason why I'm saying this is NCR still, Metro Manila, and if you add the surrounding provinces from Bulacan, Pampanga, Laguna, Cavite, Batangas, has a large concentration of the Jollibee related stores. Meaning, as long as they're still in lockdown, it will greatly affect how Jollibee's profitability will be. So, one upside for their stores outside Metro Manila is that basically, if they have a chance to open, it means it will provide another revenue stream for them, aside from what they're doing right now, the online delivery, takeout, pickup type of uh, ordering, which is helpful for them, which gives them still money. And also, they've been selling some of their inventory from the groceries, the frozen type ones. So for those areas where it will open, I mean, the lockdown restrictions will be a bit lax already, so that will be good for those areas and the Jollibee stores there. Now for NCR and the ones that are a bit troubled, meaning there's still a lot of cases there. I don't, to be honest, no. We're closing. We're very near May 1 already. I'm not even sure if by May 15, Metro Manila will be open already. It will be like the others where things will get loose. No, we really have to see things get better also. And I think what we've seen in other countries that loosened the restrictions, there were a lot of problems with, in terms of there were new infections, and then it started to go up again, similar to what happened to Singapore. But anyways, so if the lockdown is not eased yet, or whether it gets eased in Metro Manila by May 15, majority of the growth of Jollibee will still be from online, delivery, takeout, and pickup. So those will be the primary drivers for Jollibee for Metro Manila as a whole. Now, in the US, which they have a lot of stores also, they're still also following that format, take out, drive through, online, and pick up as well. At least they still have revenue drivers. They're at a much better position because they're selling food. They're not like I posted a video on this where barbershops, as you all know, barbershops, you need to be in physical contact with a person. There's massages, there's, yeah, literally very close. So that particular industry will be disrupted massively over the until we find a cure or a vaccine for this pandemic. So in the US, they're following that format. In China though, if you look at Wuhan, you look at the other cities there, the country is basically open already. The country is basically literally back to where it was before. People are back to their former spending habits. The offices or the businesses are back to them being open again. But what we need to see also is people going back to their prior spending habits, meaning the way they spent money before, the way the consumer behavior that they would come out. Because one thing people need to consider is when you go to restaurants and when you go to dining facilities, you would be very close. There would be a lot of stuff that you would touch and other people would touch as well, which could be a cause, no, of this to spread further. So if you look at the Philippines right now, I think we're close to 8,000 coronavirus infections, and it has increased even though we are on a lockdown. So how much more if there was no lockdown? But then again, there has to be a sweet spot where the economy is protected also, and people's health is not are not endangered as well. So there, that's the backdrop for Jollibee. And I'll say this, I said this already on the previous videos, that there's an expectation already that if you think Jollibee's income for 2019 was not as good, then guess what? The income for Jollibee for 2020 won't be better than 2019. The fact that the stores are closed uh, is already a foreshadow of what their income could be for the year. The question you need to ask yourself is basically this: since Jollibee, from its peak, this was around 2019, early 2019, dropped, no, from 300 plus, just in a year, almost 70 plus percent. Was that the amount of money that they will lose from this year, the lack of growth that they will have for this year? Does that account for 70%, a 70% drop? Does that account that Jollibee is has dropped so much just because of the sell down, just because of the movement? I said this in previous videos that majority of stocks that have dropped in the past 5 6 weeks is predominantly based on emotions, predominantly based on sentiment, predominantly based on fear. That when people are fearful, people are scared, people want to keep their cash, they will try to sell and try to be liquid. And that's what has driven stocks massively down. So, two scenarios. If you believe that that drop was overrated, that drop was unwarranted, then when it dropped massively, it would have been a very interesting buying opportunity for you. But also, if you think that the drop of 71.9% is valid and it should drop even more, then you shouldn't be buying, especially if you are an investor. Now, let's go to where we are right now at the present based on last week's movement. So please remember, this stock is analyzed on a Sunday, so it will foreshadow the previous movements from last week, and we could see also what are the support and resistances that we could respect for the next few days as well. Uh, I forgot to mention this. I have I have two YouTube channels now. This is the first one, and for those who don't know, I'm splitting my channels into two. My second channel, which will be called Marvin Germo Podcast. Everything that's not connected to the stock market will be there. The success interviews, the property investing videos, uh, general investments, personal finance, insurance, savings, entrepreneurship, everything that's not stocks will be there. Everything that's stock market related will remain here. So if you want to learn both, you can super appreciate it if you could subscribe to both. If you want to learn only stocks, then this channel is for you. That so that we get to distribute based on your interests. So appreciate it if you could subscribe. If you're currently learning, so would be very nice if you could press the like button and the thumbs up so that this video gets seen by more and more Filipinos, and that's how YouTube distributes videos to more and more people. So there, let's continue. So as what I've said last week, no, and I said this also to a lot of the stocks that I analyzed over the past few days. Basically, this particular area, as you can see already, it's continuing to consolidate here, and it's continuing to see that the support's still at the 90 plus level. If you try to put it from a smaller support and resistance range, you have a support at the 130 level also. And one way for you to see as evidence that, hey, it's not pushing up anymore is because you have this 50-day moving average. Um, Coinciding with this resistance that I plotted close to the 150 level. So two reasons. If you ask yourself why did the stock not go up, it's pretty much because it got blocked by the resistance that we drew close to the 150 peso level. Second is the 50-day moving average, which at this point in time is still a resistance. And that being said, if this broad consolidation level is from March, the drop, to the support, to where we are at present, where the resistance is at 150. So again, should there be more selling and it goes back to 91, stays above 91, bounces off 91, and you want to trade it again up to 150, that's still a good 63 plus percent trade. And it was not bad. No, imagine this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 days of holding 63.4%. Then people say, on hindi, you won't be able to predict the bottom naman. You won't be able to predict how low it will go. That's true. You don't have to actually predict the bottom. You don't actually have to find the bottom. All you have to do is just wait for it to actually bounce. Somewhere here already, if you'll notice it, somewhere here, it's not falling anymore. Somewhere here, it's showing you that, hey, it has successfully bounced from the 90 plus level. So even if you bought a bit late, all the way up, you would have still made around 46 plus percent. And if you notice it, it would have been even a shorter period of time. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to find where the bottom is. You just have to find specific areas where you could possibly position based on the set of rules that you have. That's why if you notice it here, I'm not a person who will tell you this is what you should do specifically. What I'm gonna tell you is this is the strategy, this is the plan, this is what the technicals are telling, then you formulate something that will work for you. So there, that's the backdrop for that. Now, looking at it from a short-term perspective, as you see now, as I started to draw this around the 131 peso level, you have a support there. Meaning, if it stays above the 131.8 level, then the possible resistance now for you for Jollibee will still be 149. So this is where it could possibly go. So what you can watch out for this week is if Jollibee bounces off 131, then there's a shot that you can trade it. Short-term trade for this will be around a 13.6% trade. You sell as close as you can to the 149 peso mark, somewhere around the 150 mark. Now, if that level does not hold, the possible retracement first will possibly be if it breaks down from 131, better not be in you better not be positioned in the stock because possible retracement will bring it here to the 122 level, which is close to where the 20-day moving average is. And the thing with that is it will give you a possible downside of around, this is around 8%. And if you notice it also here, uh, those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, you know what I'd always say: the shorter the support, the weaker it is. So just in case that it fails to hold the 20-day moving average, the possible downside will bring it 200 to the 105 peso level. So if I'll drop it further, possible downside now will be at 18.7% if it fails to hold the 131 level. So number one, drops here, fails to hold the 131 level, it will try to retrace to the 131 mark. If this does not hold also, then possible support is now at the 105 level, or 106. You could put it and peg it at 106. And if this does not hold, the last straw as of now, it's if I'll put support levels, and I'll tell you about it later, will give you a 29.3 downside. So now, couple of things you need to know. Current support is 131. First resistance is the 149.67, or you can peg it at 150. Next possible resistance will be at the 182 level. If you want another one shorter, it's here. So, sige, ganyan. The short one, so 149 slash 150 resistance breaks out from that. Next resistances to respect is 166. After that is 182. Next, on the downside, if the 131 level does not hold, next support level you need to look at is 123. After that, 105. Then after that, 91. Now, for those who are position traders, if you notice it here, Jollibee did not change as much. It's still in a massive and heavy downtrend there. So that's what I tell people about position trading. You can still make money, you can still trade, but you actually don't have to watch it every day, because if you notice it from this time here, March, April 2019, the stock already started to decline. The stock already was on a downtrend. What does that mean, and how does that impact your trades? How does that impact your investment? Since it's still in a downtrend, since it has not really reversed yet, since it's not where we could actually call it a legit reversal, then the name of the game is you're not supposed to do anything. You just have to be uh, sitting patiently with your cash and wait for a reversal. Again, but people get impatient kasi that sayang, it's already going up. Do I have to wait for a reversal? If that's your plan, then you have to stick to your plan. If you are a quick trader, you're trading the volatility. Once it starts bouncing from the support, and once it starts bouncing from oversold levels, that could be a play for you to start to come in and do the trade. But if you're a position trader, you have to be disciplined that if it hasn't reversed yet, it's not yet in an uptrend, then you wait. You be disciplined enough that you're not supposed to do anything also. And if there's one thing I know, all styles, all techniques have their own merit. Eh. If you do it based on who you are, then that's when it will work. You will lose money if you just copy someone without knowing if that actually is something that will fit and will work for you. And that's the strength of investing in the stock market. It always has to be predicated on who you are as an investor. It always has to be predicated on your ability to analyze risk, and your ability to cut if trades are not going your way, your ability to take profits when those signals have been hit, and your ability to buy even when everyone is scared, but you see those buy signals emerge and you start buying. I hope you guys got a lot from this. I analyzed Jollibee from a fundamental point of view, how the lockdown will impact it. I analyzed it from a position trading point of view. I also analyzed it from a quick trading point of view as well. If you guys have any other questions on Jollibee, just please leave it in the comment section, and then put a hashtag Jollibee question, so I know what it is. If you have other questions above and beyond Jollibee, just send your questions and then put Ask Marvin. Then we're gonna make a video on top of that. Then number three, if you guys have any other stocks that you guys want me to analyze, just put them also in the comment section, and then put it hashtag stocks by request, and we're gonna make a video off of that as well. Then just some announcements for people who want to grab a copy of my book, and for those who sent messages. Shopee is now available again. The link to Shopee is in the description below. You can just click it so you get to proceed to where the ordering parts are. Then for those who want to learn via my online courses, I have two online courses. One is with Chinkitan. It's called Stock Market for Everyone. And the second one is Make Money, Grow Money. It's business, entrepreneurship, and stock investing. It's with Sean C. Both of those courses are in the description below. All you have to do is click it, and you'll be led to the registration pages for both of those sites as well. Uh, I guess that's all of my announcements for this. Expect another video. This video came out at 8 o'clock. Now we are now approaching the 8:23, 8:24 mark. So the next video most likely will be at around 9 o'clock to 9:30. You can wait for it at that time. So there. comment below. Also, I want to know, was this something that's helpful for you? We're nearing the 20-minute mark. I hope that it really added value to all of you. It's something that the reason why I spend a lot of time in making videos like this is I just really want to help you, and that's all. Especially in times like this where a lot of you guys are in your computers, a lot of you guys have a lot of time to study. I wanna help frame how the next generation of Filipinos will become more prosperous and better. And I really do hope that this videos is something that's changing the narrative for you so that you guys will win as well. So there, again, if you're new to this, would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and hit the bell. And also my second channel, Marvin Germo Podcast. The links are down below for you to be able to join that channel, so that if you want to learn more about business, entrepreneurship, investing, etc., it's all there as well. So there, if you got value from this, like, press a thumbs up, and I guess that's it. I want to leave just one thing, and I said this on a video on a video interview yesterday. People are saying that the economy is bad. It won't be as good. It's true. It's not as good as where we were last year. But what I keep telling people is this: we can't control the economy. It's something that's above and beyond our abilities. We don't have the capabilities for that. But what we do have, though, is capability to earn on our own. Stop focusing on the macro economy and start focusing on your own personal economy, because this is what I believe. The economy could be bad, but your personal finances could be good. The economy could be bad, but it doesn't mean your finances will be bad. That you can make money wherever you are. You can make money as long as you have a heart that's willing to learn, have a heart that's willing to hustle, have a heart that's willing to go the extra mile above and beyond what everyone else is doing. So, I hope that helped you. Just to summarize everything: trend wise, position traders, Jollibee's in a downtrend. Volatility wise, the support is at 131. From a fundamental standpoint, it's good that the more the more that the lockdown will start to ease, it would be better for Jollibee from a business standpoint, because it will allow them to have more transactions again. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.